I'll explain the mission.
The enemy's invaded the Windmill Plaza and has taken almost the entire area over. We'll deploy from this position. Hide behind sandbags for cover as you advance towards the plaza. Our goal this time is to eliminate the enemy leader. I'm pretty sure they'll be there in the plaza area. Be careful. There may be enemy units hiding behind buildings out there. Hidden enemies won't show up in the command mode view, so be careful as you make your advance. Alright, so victory is when the enemy leader is defeated. Failure is when Welcome dies, Alicia dies, or 20 turns pass.
Okay, let's begin. It's up to us to defend Bruhl. Our target is the Imperials in Mill Plaza. Focus on taking down their captain. Breaking the chain of command should at least buy some time for the townspeople to get away.
All right, I got it. Let's all be careful out there.
Got a second? Listen close and I'll explain.
Alright, we're going to learn about damage. A set amount of damage a unit has sustained. A set amount of the damage a unit has sustained is healed in each turn. If a unit has taken heavy damage, don't push them. Stay back and heal up. Should enemy attacks drive a unit's HP to 0, their condition becomes critical. In this battle, you have no way of helping a unit in critical condition. Try to fight carefully so no one's HP reaches 0. Alright, so we've got 2 people coming right here. So let's sacrifice our watchman first. Let's go ahead and have him come over here and crouch. Just kidding, we're gonna have to learn about sightlines first. When a unit sights an enemy in action mode, a sightline will appear over his or her head. That line connects the unit to an enemy, meaning the line points in the direction of the enemy's location. Use it as a guide when attacking, or when trying to position your units in a spot where they'll be safe from enemy attacks. Hey Beardicus, how's it going? It's good to see you. Not bad so far. It's a story-driven. I thought it was turn-based, but it's like part turn, part real-time strategy. About attacking enemies. Pressing Q or E buttons while in target mode will automatically lock onto the next enemy within firing range. Crosshairs will turn red when a unit aiming at the enemy has a clear line of sight on their target. Oh, you have played this before. Okay. Tweed redeemed this. Tweed won during the 12, or not 12 days, the Dandy Days of Christmas, or the Dandy Miss. I don't remember. I don't remember what we called it. But he won Redeem a Game, and so this was his game redemption. I had never heard of it before, but it's not bad so far. We're still definitely like in the learning phase of it. Like obviously, as you can see, we are still kind of in tutorial mode. Use the guideline that extends from the gun when firing near obstacles to see if they are blocking the shot. If that line is interrupted, it means the unit's attacks will be blocked. When the crosshairs are on an enemy, the attacking unit's weapon specifications appear at the top of the screen. Versus person shows damage against human targets. Versus armor shows damage against tanks and armor. The symbols will indicate the effectiveness against different types of targets. Gameplay reminds you a lot of Codename Steam. I'm not familiar with that one. I haven't really played many of these types of games, though, before. Yo, Get Lost, thank you so much for the resub. I appreciate that, of course. As always, you do get some confetti for that. Welcome in, I appreciate it. and hope you've been doing well. The symbol will indicate the effectiveness against different types of targets. O will indicate the weapon is effective against that type of target. Triangle indicates weapon can only give slight damage. And X means that it is ineffective against that type of target. Codename seems like Nintendo's version of XCOM. Okay, I've never played XCOM, but I am a little more familiar with that one. Area shows whether the attack will damage a broad area, and shots show the number of rounds fired per each attack. To kill is the number of shots that needed to connect in order to defeat the target. Nancy DeFore is bespectacled and extremely clumsy girl. You got a plushie ever? Nice. She show up, I assume later in the game. In this case, if there are 5 rounds fired, 2 must hit the enemy to defeat them. Okay, so my guy right now has 5 shots, but he needs 7 to kill this guy. Number only takes into shots that hit the center of the crosshairs into account. Misses or hits to other areas of the targets are not taken into account. This provides an estimate you can use in selecting a target that can be used to line up headshots and critical attacks. Bam. Okay, so I got 5 shots. I needed 2 headshots. Okay. Let's end his current action. I'm gonna need better accuracy when we get to GoldenEye. We'll see about that. I was pretty good at GoldenEye back in the day. Ready
to go. Hostile sighted.
Oh, there's another one. Okay. Oh, I can't go that way. Crap. Wasting action points. Oh, just kidding. Whatever. Let's just go into this mode. How do I get out of target mode? There we go. I don't know. You see me try to aim in an N64 game. You tried to see me aim in Ocarina of Time, and that did not go very well. Actually, what I may do... When I finish stream today, I'm going to take a look. I'm going to take a look and see how much it is for an adapter from an N64 controller to USB. Okay? If I can find one and it seems reasonable, maybe we might hold off on GoldenEye for like a week for me to get it. And then that way I don't have to worry with all the weird setup that I have currently for my N64 controller. But I do really enjoy my PlayStation. I enjoy my PlayStation controller. It feels so good in the hands. Might be a decent one out there. Yeah, I was like, let me look. Because if we're going to be doing one for, if we're going to be doing more N64 games, such as Majora's Mask or GoldenEye, if I've got the controller, it may be better than like trying to kind of cobble together the same functionality. I don't know. I'll think about it. As I said, once we're done with stream, I'll take a look. And then I'll let you know over in the Discord if there's a change in that. Yeah, we were talking about that. So, I know you're fairly new here. I actually just completed Ocarina of Time yesterday. But for any sort of like retro games, I actually play off my PlayStation 4 controller. But you're obviously familiar with the N64 controller, which has the C buttons right in the upper right hand corner. And so to make that work, I was using my numpad on my keyboard as my C buttons, which worked. But if I had to do anything fast, like access any of my C buttons quickly, it meant taking my hands off the controller, moving my hand over, getting it positioned onto the numpad correctly, hitting the button. And let me just tell you, that final Ganon boss battle was real tough when you had to do that. Here's the official wireless N64 controller. The only issue I have with Bluetooth controllers is just the slight latency. It's obviously not terrible.
Enemy unit spotted.
Oh, I can't go into targeting mode twice. Okay. All right, you learned something new. You put yours to your... That's not bad. I talked to someone else who did... They mapped theirs to the right analog stick, which is not bad. I actually thought about mapping mine to the D-pad. But I was having some issues, and I finally got something that at least worked. So I said, okay, I'm gonna leave that alone and not touch it for now. I'm at least gonna get through Ocarina of Time with something that semi works. Look at that. We didn't have to do anything. He just laid down. That guy popped around the corner and was like, nah, I'm just going to take a nap instead. Well, I'm also like, here's the thing. I've got the original N64 controllers, and they should be in pretty good condition. Here, just give me a second. I'll be right back. Ooh, I'm not seeing them. Now I'm a little nervous. I have a green one and I have a yellow one. But where I thought they were is where my GameCube controllers are. The reason that makes me nervous is because we did take a few peripherals off to Hawk, and I'm a little nervous that the controllers might have ended up in there. I don't know. Now I'm going to have to look, because that's all I'm going to be able to think about. Crouch. Only problem you have with the N64 is the hard plastic used for the control stick, because it destroys the thumb. Because it has the ridges along the top of it, which I get was, you know, for so your thumb didn't slip off. But yeah, I wasn't wild about that. But anything beats the Joy-Con drift of the Switch controllers. Those... Oh, it's not actually the ridge, it's just the fact that it's a hard plastic. But I'm not wrong, right? Because I don't have the controller near me to verify. But I seem to remember, doesn't it have like concentric circles on it, like a target? Yeah, they do have the ridges, though. Okay. I was like, I literally just did a photo... I literally did a photo shoot where I was naked with one. So, like, I feel like I'm very, very confident with what the N64 controller looks like. But, I don't know. See, my issue was actually the... I don't know what to call it. The handles. Like, the handles. Because you had that, like, the third one. And I don't know. It was... it always felt awkward for me trying to figure out how, like, the best way for me to do the grip for it. And it would change from game to game. But I feel like I'm the only person that, like, maybe had that issue, because I was talking to Sam about it last night, actually, weirdly enough. And he was saying he doesn't remember having that issue at all, as far as, like, having to, like, switch back and forth from grip to grip. Use your 8-bit DOE SFC 30+, more often than not these days. Got the tiny Bluetooth latency, but it feels just right, so you put up with it. Well, that's the thing, too. If it feels good in your hands, I think you can make anything work. Because you kind of learn how to adjust for that latency.
Sounds like a tank. So
when I was doing Mario Maker, I had a Bluetooth controller for that. I used the 8-bit DOE controller to my PlayStation 4. And for that, you know, there's always like the, I don't remember what it was, 2 to 5 millisecond delay. And you just kind of get used to it. So you learn to anticipate your jump a little bit earlier or whatnot. But, like, that's the time when I learned, oh my god, I love the feel of the PlayStation 4 controller, the DualShock 2 in my hand. It is by far the most comfortable controller that I have used. I know some people play, like, on... No, none of these guns are going to be effective against this. It's a tank girl. Like, I know some people who play with, like, the original NES controllers. And I think about those, and I go, oh my god, I forgot, like, the fact that it kind of, like, digs into your palms.
Welkin, tank!
Basically a SNES controller with the added analog sticks and shoulder buttons. So the DualShock with the arms ripped off. But see, that's the thing. That's what I grip onto that. So I don't hold from the side for the DualShock. I actually grip it like that and move this way. But I like the D-pad. I like the separation of the D-pad because I get the tactile and haptic feedback of knowing like which button I'm on if I ever like kind of need to reset where I am. You like the original Xbox controllers? I didn't hate the 360 controllers. Those ones weren't bad. They're just a little, I don't know what to call. They're a little like thicker, a little fatter. And so I always, especially now that like I have a death grip on the PlayStation controller, anytime I put the 360 controller in my hands, I'm always like, oh, I feel like I'm going to drop it anytime.
That's not good. We're not equipped to take out a tank.
I hate to say it, but we should probably pull out for now. Get off this road and into the alley to the east. It's too narrow for a tank to follow. And try to stay behind cover while moving. One blast from that turret and it's over.
Alright, so Welkin has to reach his destination. And if Welkin dies, Alicia dies, or 20 turns pass, we fail. So we need to get to the East Passage, is that right? That's what he said? Right over there. We have this tank. We've got these baddies who are going to be shooting at us. So I think our best goal is... I mean, the obvious shortest path is going to be scooting around like this. Well, I guess they'd be scooting around like this. Well, then if that's the case, could we run straight across? I don't think we can. Really tried to like the PlayStation type controllers, but those bottom analog sticks hurt your hands. I could see that. I could see that, Sinistar. Thinking about, especially with how I grip. So one thing I'm always curious about, we're talking controllers. We're talking controllers now. Okay, so some people have the genes for it, some don't. Sinistar, I can't remember. Did you say, is your thumb regular or do you have hitchhiker thumb? Are you able to just bend your thumb backwards at will? Regular? Because I'm thinking about it. I'm like, when I'm holding my controller, and I say I do my death grip on it. So my thumb is basically pushed back naturally. So it's actually not uncomfortable for me because that's just a regular way for my thumb. So I'm wondering if that's part of the reason too. That would be a really interesting science experiment. Just be like, what, like your hand intricacies, does that have any effect on what type of controller you enjoy? Because I also wonder, like, there are some people who have like, I don't know what it's called. It's just like they have greater control over movement of their fingers, just the dexterity of it. So if they enjoy certain controllers versus those of us who maybe have hitchhiker thumb, and so it doesn't bother me to move like this. Although I hate having my hand extended for a long time, because that actually gets real exhausting here. Oh no, ergonomics are incredibly important. And that's why I'm like, there are so many different styles, and I know so many different people who enjoy different types of controllers. And I've never really thought about it, but I was like, I wonder if like those intricacies about like biomechanics, if that has any sort of play on like what type of controllers people gravitate to. Because I know some people who absolutely love the Joy-Con. And I don't have like, I have long, kind of slender. My fingers are real slender. I have, piano hands. And so on that particular controller, I don't know. I think like just the length of my fingers and stuff like that, it does not make it feel comfortable to do anything on there. I have to put it into a shell for it to feel more comfortable. Oh! Poor town watchman. Alright, I tried to be... Tried to be good there. Sinister, yes, you should have the ability to post a link.
Ready to go. Yes!
The Duke, I'm not familiar with that one. Now let's see what the enemy phase brings to us. Why are we standing up? I very specifically was like, please crouch.
Here we go.
Okay, Vulcan has more health. Nope, he didn't have enough health though.
Sorry, everyone.
Okay, so we failed. We failed. That's all right. We were maybe a little too, oh, what do I want to call it? A little too greedy with our town watchmen. Oh, you go far back.
Here we go. Enemy sighted. Ah! Yes.
Came out 5 years ago. Yeah, I've never heard of this. All right, so we're gonna do some serpentine. Serpentine moves here.
Enemy unit spotted. Now.
Take her out. Then run back. We're gonna put them into a little stalemate. We got our lowly little watchman back here who's like, hey guys, wait up for me. He's like, I was not strong enough. Okay, literally shooting him in the head, but he's too strong. There's a cat nearby in heat. I can hear it.
Ready to go.
I was like, what is that sound?
Now.
I do wish on here. So it's like it takes 5 shots.
Hostile sighted.
Or like it gives me 5 shots. But if I kill them in 2, he still shoots like 3 more times into the body. I kind of wish that didn't happen.
My turn, okay? Enemy sighted. Yeah.
Gotta get you a whole... So what controllers do you have so far? Right? I'd rather not waste ammunition if possible. It would make sense that if I killed someone in 2, then I could still use those other 3 bullets, right? That would only seem logical. Scout, you are the... You were not this difficult before.
Here we go. Take this. What's that? Sounds like a tank.
That is always like the interesting thing with these types of games, is that RNG really does matter. Like, you can still beat stuff without it. Like, it shouldn't matter either way. But the easier difficulty of it will definitely depend on what RNG you get. In fact, we played... What did we play? We played a game... We actually played a game here on stream where I got like 2 relatively rare RNG setups. It was for a retro game. 2 relatively rare setups that ended up like giving us a huge advantage right from the get-go. But I cannot remember. That's not where my Watchman was. Alright, so this time instead of just going around the tank, we're going to try to take out the little power pack in its butt. I got a feeling that's why they keep highlighting it. They want us to do that instead of just running right past it. So that actually didn't do as much as I thought it would.
Ready to go.
I mean, it does say that our weapons are not effective against...
Now.
Oh, hold on. Oh, am I gonna risk this? I do have my zapper. I found that I actually stumbled across it like a few weeks ago.
My turn, okay?
It's still got the, I'm sure, like, the highs of it don't get picked up, but, like, it goes, ding. Like, you can hear the ding afterwards. It's insane. I forgot about that sound.
Here we go.
Spring resonance.
Yes.
I just had to get this guy here. Look, the tank didn't even get anywhere close to us.
Looks like we shook him. What are you doing from here?
He's like, looks like we shook them. And meanwhile, all he did was just like, he ran away from everyone. He was like, bye. Oh, looks like I got away. We win.
If they're rolling in the tanks, there's not much the town watch can do. We'll try to buy time so everyone can get away.
Thank you for the GGs.
I'll dig in my heels at the main gate and do what I can to stall them.
Okay, I'll head back to my house and grab Isara and Martha, then come back.
Be careful out there, Welkin.
Oh no! I wanted to rob real bad as a kid. I'm really jealous. I didn't get one of those. I didn't really have any of the major accessories other than, like, I got the zapper. I think that's it. I think that's, oh no. I did have the power pad. Which, weirdly enough, I think my parents may still have the power pad at their house for track and field. I think it may be like hidden in the attic somewhere, but I think we still have the power pad. And then outside of that, like, the only other, like, extra peripherals I ever had were, like, the Game Genie.